Hi class, welcome to Database Fundamentals. My name is Wendy Adams and I'm excited to be your instructor for the next 3 weeks. In this class we're going to take a behind the scenes look at Access and how you can use SQL to create an actual database. We'll get more into that when we start into our seminars and our discussions on the discussion board. But for now, what I'd like to do is share with you some of the navigational information from the navigation pane here on the left-hand side. So hopefully if you're a new online student here, this will give you an idea of how to navigate and what we expect here at Baker. If you've been through Baker classes, some of this will be a review to you, but there are still some areas that, who knows, maybe you didn't ever realize about this. So let's get started. What you'll notice is whenever you log into your course, your landing page will be your announcements. It's here that you're going to find important information and announcements from me. This could be things such as telling you that your grades are posted, maybe that there's a Blackboard outage, maybe that because of the Blackboard outage I had to extend a due date, things like that. Things that are very important and I need to get your attention, I will post those on the announcements. From time to time, not as often, but from time to time, I will post some additional course content out here as well. The one thing I would like you to do is just remember that each time you log in, please do check your announcements. Also, speaking of which, you may also want to check your preferred email address that you have on file with Baker College regularly, because if I try to get a hold of you, that's usually my only form of contact with you is through email. So sometimes it gets down to crunch time in final week 3 and students don't see their emails from me. So try to watch that while you're in class and even up to a day or so after class, just to make sure there's nothing that I need from you. But the announcements are also a good place to watch regularly while you're in class. The Start Here button, that's going to actually take you into the syllabus and the assignment summary. The syllabus will give you Baker College guidelines as well as your grading scale. And the assignment summary is going to list out specifically each assignment that's due, when it's due, and how many points available in that assignment. This section will also list out your course description and your student learning outcomes, as well as give you any textbooks and software needed for this class. You'll notice we are using the 7th edition of Database Concepts for this course, as well as Access 2013 will be needed. If you do not have Access 2013, you will need this course or this program, and you can download it for free through MSDNA site. If you're not familiar where to find the MSDNA site, this is a site for Baker College students where they can receive free software while they are attending school. If you go to your main page here where your courses are listed, mine is in the center. Yours may be located on the left or the right, but you will find the MSDNAA web store module. Click here to go there, and you will find all the different types of programs listed over here. Here's all of the Microsoft programs, and of course here's Access that you'll need. You can download the 2016, however, remember that I have 2013, and that is the requirement for this course. So please make sure, I don't have 2016, so I'm not sure, but please make sure that if you are using a newer version, that you make sure that you're saving the files as needed so that I will be able to pull it up in Access 2013. Now we'll flip back over here and get back into the class. The faculty information is just what it says. It gives you a little snippet, a little bit about me and my background, as well as my office hours and my contact information. Seminars is where you're going to actually find the assignments that are due each seminar and the instructions for those assignments. We'll just take a quick look at Seminar 1 so you can kind of see what's going on inside this seminar folder. So each week you will see first your reading assignments, what you're going to need to be reading. There's usually some PowerPoint slides that may help you too in your learning of the materials. You'll have discussion questions due. a quiz, and you'll also see on each of these assignments the due dates also listed, as well as the point value for each assignment. Your quiz, you'll notice that you can take your quiz as many times as you like during the week. I will take the best grade received by Wednesday at 11:59 your time. All of your assignments are due your time at 11:59 or by 11:59 the day that they're due. So whether you're on the East Coast, Central Coast, Mountain Time, or Pacific Time, just let me know if you're not Eastern Time, that's what I am. I appreciate you if you would let me know maybe in your introductions on the discussion board that you are in a different time zone, where you're from, or the time zone that you live in, so that I'll know not to mark you late if you're an hour or so behind everybody else that's Eastern time zone. Your written assignment is located here. To get to it, you would just click this doc and all the instructions are there for you. We will be discussing those in a little bit more detail as the weeks go by. Your S1, or you'll see a lot of times S1 for Seminar 1. The engagement, that is basically your participation. In this class, participation is worth 40 points per week. Basically 8 points per day is the max that you can get for a maximum of 5 out of 7 days. So I will take your best 5 days worth of participation and award you up to 8 points for each day. There will be several ways that you can get participation. We'll kind of go through that when we get to the discussion board. In Seminar 3, you're going to have a final project due. The information and instructions are actually available for you to look at, and if you wanted to start completing that now, you can. And that is in your Seminar 3 folder. Each seminar is going to look very similar to this, with the same similar assignments. You know, you're going to have a written assignment, a quiz, your discussion questions due, and then the addition is Seminar 3. You'll have the final project as well. Your discussion board, that's basically where all of our classroom interaction and communication takes place. On my end, you're going to see 3 weeks worth of discussion forums. However, these are not made available to you until the first day of each seminar week. You will also see an Ask the Instructor. This is where you're going to ask a question that you need immediate assistance to. Once you place a message here, I will get that response immediately in my email. And I usually will answer them as soon as I see them in my email, and usually no longer than 24 hours before, you know, I'm answering these questions for you. However, if it's something that you need, maybe it's regarding an assignment that's due in a few days and you can wait a little bit, what I might suggest is that you post it up here in your weekly discussion forum as well. These ones I will wait at least 24 hours to answer, and it might give an opportunity for you to earn some participation, maybe with a fellow classmate, where you can bounce ideas off each other and maybe come up with your solution without even needing my help. But if you need my immediate attention, then I would say either post it here, or if it's of personal nature, maybe it's about your grades or your feedback, or maybe a personal issue you're having that you may need an assignment extension or anything like that, send those to me via email, and that way we don't have to involve the rest of the class. The student lounge is for off-topic discussion. Please be sure to remain professional and use good etiquette in here. I will not be using or grading this forum for your participation, nor will I use the Ask the Instructor. Now, within the weekly discussion forum for each seminar, there's a couple other things. Your discussion questions. If there's an assignment that's due to the discussion board, the actual submitted assignment will not count towards your participation grade. However, if you respond to a fellow student's class or assignment, that I will count towards your participation, as long as it's of good quality, adds value to our classroom, extends our discussion, so on and so forth. So within this particular discussion board, you'll see that I have posted several threads. This one is for your introductions and bios. This one is for your discussion questions. This one is for other comments, videos, websites, etc. So if you have something else that's on topic that you'd like to discuss, I ask that you post it in here. Your Seminar 1 lectures here. and you'll just read that, or if it's a video, you'll watch the video and respond to it. And then I've also included some tips. From time to time, I may post another one or two topics, but for the most part, I try to keep the discussion board clean, and I ask that you will do the same thing. If you want to respond to anything, just respond within that same thread. So, for example, in your discussion questions, I've listed them all here for you. You only need to answer one of them. So what you would do then is, let's say you're going to answer this one, number 3. You could simply copy that, click the reply button, paste it down here. And keep in mind, you can't use this paste button in Blackboard. You have to use the shortcut of Control-C or Control-P. The only other stipulation that I ask is change this to your name, or you can change the whole thing, but let me know that these are your discussion questions. That way, when your fellow students or your fellow classmates respond to yours, I know that's who they're responding to, and and I can see the whole discussion. In addition, the other thing is I use the naming convention, and I hope that you will too. To do so, when you're responding to any post, you want to start, or even starting a post of your own, you want to start your post with your name followed by a colon and then type out your response. The introduction, same thing. If you could, when you're posting your discussion right here in the post them here, if you just change that to your name, that way I can see, who's all responding to your particular thread. In the comments, discussion videos, websites, so on, this particular thread is for anything on topic that relates to what we're discussing for the week, or that furthers our discussion for the week. You can post it in here. You do not have to quote this or copy any of this. Instead, just click reply and change this entire subject to your subject matter. You don't have to put your name in here for that particular matter. You can, that doesn't matter. But what I would like to see is several different types of topics going on within this whole thread. So basically that's it as far as the different links that we're going to be using in this class. You will notice there's some other links. Your grades will be located under your student tool, so I guess we'll be using that as well. There's also in here several other links that you'll have access to. One is email. You can click on there and email me. I believe you can also email like your other students in the class too if you need to. These ones down here we don't really use too much. You may use some of the e-library if you need to research some topics within your responses or your participation submission or your assignments. So you may need to use that, and remember to always use good APA formatting. We have the Baker College Writing Guide, which will give you a lot of guidelines towards good APA formatting here. So other than that, that is basically it in a nutshell on how to navigate Baker College. And if you have any other questions, please let me know and I can help you there. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in class. We have a fun-filled, action-packed 3 weeks coming up here, and I look forward to the discussions ahead, and I will see you in class.